What are the best stay interview questions? Hey friends, Josh here, founder of HR University, and in this video we'll talk about the best day interview questions that you should be asking. But before we dive into that, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for regular HR University updates. Now let's go ahead and dive right in. So a stay interview is a tool that organizations use to understand why their top performers in the company are staying with them. It's a rather informal conversation between a manager and an employee. And managers usually ask pre-planned questions. Unlike the term stay interview suggests, it's not meant to keep employees from leaving. It's more about gathering valuable feedback from your employees and continuously improving employee satisfaction and engagement. Still, stay interviews aren't a prominent tool in the HR arsenal. And it's surprising. Research by Nonprofit HR, a leading human resources firm, found that although 90% of companies conduct exit interviews, only 30% of the surveyed organizations performed stay interviews. Now, let's move on and see how you can implement stay interviews in your organization and get that competitive advantage, knowing that your competitors are not using them. So, feeling the pulse per se at the office offers managers an opportunity to predict future turnover and get ahead of the curve by improving conditions for high-performing employees. The standard practice is to perform stay interviews every quarter, although some HR departments go a step further and organize group interviews twice a year. It's crucial to convey to the employee that the process is not an official evaluation of their performance, but a survey that looks for suggestions on improving the work environment. While interviewing, you must choose comfortable surroundings, as this is not an investigation. Try focusing on the body language of your employee and keep the interview as short as possible and at most up to half an hour. With all the logistical preparation out of the way, selecting questions is the most sensitive stage. There's no definitive set of questions. It would be pointless to make the stay interview process a regular event if you continuously ask identical questions to all the employees at every quarter. So work with the HR team to prepare the questions that probe at the issues you feel are relevant, but stay away from topics like, are you earning enough money? Now let's go through the 10 best questions for the stay interview process that can at least assist you in creating a comprehensive picture of employee satisfaction. And then as you go along, feel free to add more to these when you want to adjust them for each quarter. And that way people are not getting the same questions over and over again. So the first one, start by asking how fulfilling is your workday? People want a sense of purpose and to be valued. When they start perceiving themselves as just another cog in the wheel, they contemplate a change. Discuss what tasks get them hyped and what assignments they dread. Check to see if they identify with the company's goals. Are they interacting with coworkers outside of job requirements? Use the insight gained to alleviate their grievances and provide more reasonabilities that bring them a sense of accomplishment. And continue by asking, what type of flexibility do you want? Workplace flexibility is a driving factor for job satisfaction. And inquire about the level of freedom offered in the company, but be careful to get a clear definition of their understanding of the term flexibility, because different people can interpret it in different ways. Is it more vacation time, shorter work hours, or working remotely? And according to a Gallup survey, 37% of employees would take a new job if it allowed them to work remotely. Making employees more autonomous can increase their sense of responsibility to their work duties. And this can be a crucial and tricky question because you don't want to make an offer that you can't keep up. So be careful with what you promise. And next, ask them what they think of the way employees are recognized. Workers that feel underappreciated are twice as likely to quit their job. According to a Gallup poll, only 1 in 3 employees receive some type of recognition from their superiors in a given year. The lack of employee engagement results in high turnover rates. This situation is easily fixable by identifying the preferred methods of acknowledgement and then implementing more comprehensive programs that can boost morale and improve retention based on that knowledge. Next, ask, do you feel your potential gets ignored? Some people love their job and are ready to go above the requirements if given the opportunity. And enthusiasm is a valuable resource that can contribute to growth. Alternatively, tenured workers might get burdened with mundane tasks that they inherited from their junior days. And a Gallup poll reveals that employees that are allowed to use their strengths at work are 15% less likely to quit. Their skill set and experience can be more suitable for other tasks, but maybe they simply never had an opportunity to present their case without the fear of being perceived as lazy. So find fulfilling responsibilities that match the worker's qualities. and their answers will illuminate areas where they can contribute more. Next in line is, what are you learning? In a technology-driven world, stagnation is a career killer. People know they must upgrade their resume to stay competitive at their workplace. And without inner support for development, they may choose to continue their employment in another company. So promoting learning opportunities is a sure way to signal we care for your prosperity. By offering employees a platform to express their interests, you can also better manage their role in the company. Worrying about the effect of training seminars and courses on the budget is simply a wrong approach. Think about the cost of training new personnel. Investing in the employees equals an investment in the organization. Also ask them whether their perception of the company has changed over time. Perceptions tend to be subjective, and that's the crux of the question. What will employees' personal experience reveal about the company culture? So focus on the big picture here, because managers are rarely in touch with daily activities, and they're often distant from the real atmosphere at the workplace. And people on the ground floor may have a limited view, but they know how the changing circumstances affect them. By identifying individual disappointments, HR personnel can get insight into how the workers perceive the company and where they can improve it. Another important question is, how would you grade the level of feedback that you receive? Communication is the most crucial element of an organization, and that fact can't get overstated. It's also important to keep in mind that it's a two-way process. Managers are not the only ones allowed to ask questions or voice opinions. Employees cherish honest feedback about their performance, but also want clear guidelines. Make sure their instructions are received and properly understood. Your communication style may not be appropriate for everybody. By asking the question, you learn if it's necessary to modify the approach. And the next order of business is asking, what caused your anxiety in the past year? This question attempts to identify relationship issues with the organization. Problems with daily work tasks are not the only source of frustration. People are a contributing factor as well. The workplace can be a competitive environment, and team spirit can be in the rear view mirror when a promotion is on the horizon. How bosses and coworkers behave towards one another is often a source of anxiety, and managing internal conflicts can alleviate that stress. This helps you identify which ones. Next, if you're talking to an employee thinking of resigning, then ask them why. Everyone considers quitting at one point or another. Identifying the key reasons and seeing if most employees share that sentiment can dramatically alter their retention strategy and improve workplace morale. It's a difficult question to ask, but is a core reason for this day interview process. The appropriate follow-up to the given answer is to reassure the colleague to count on you if the feeling returns. And last but definitely not least is ask, how can I improve your work experience? This question summarizes all the reasons for this day interview process, enables employees to express what makes them unhappy and how they see their role in the company evolve. Unexpected harsh words may get voiced during this segment, so managers need to stay composed. Otherwise, it will undermine the whole process, which at its core is a mechanism for improving trust in their manager. And the final stage is closing the interview by expressing your appreciation for the thoughts shared by the employee. Analyze the answers collected and try to find a common denominator. The key issues will become apparent, and implementing solutions requires goodwill. Regular stay interviews with the appropriate questions will cut down the turnover rate, and that will make your organization stronger, perform better, and ultimately grow. And that's it. In this video, we cover the topic of the best day interview questions. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more HR content. And I'll go ahead and see you in some of our following videos. Cheers.